Are you still there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking for something for that on the internet, but I don't see it. See the actual book.
And you also have to buy proficiencies too. That's the most complicated part because you basically want to plan out your entire 12 levels from the beginning. Otherwise, you might end up screwed in the end. And you want to leave yourself uh, basically you want to leave yourself the ability to use your breath weapon while you're flying as a hatchling. Otherwise, you're kind of useless most of the time. That's basically the trick to playing a hatchling. You want to be able to use your breath weapon while you're flying and also not suck in melee combat. Because you can only use your breath weapon once every 3 rounds. Okay. Oh, shit.
Does age work differently for a dragon? Like, instead
Yeah.
of 5 years, does it just go by the hatchling?
Yeah, so you don't you don't use the years anymore, you just use age category. So you start off at 1. It's because of the way I wrote um the mechanics to work for your breath weapon and your Thaco and all that stuff, like your spells and whatnot. The age actually means the age category of the dragon. So it's not like a normal PC. And then your hit dice is gonna be however many hit dice you have when you're born. Or your level is gonna be however many hit dice you have when you're born. And that's what determines what your Thaco is and all that. So.
It says you get a -6 on your hit dice on a time. That's a hatch.
-6 hit dice is not possible. You're probably thinking of something else.
I'm reading this That one book you said 3.
Should say HD. Oh shit.
It's like a little it's a -6 hit dice modifier, +1 combat.
Oh, that's that is not. That's in the monster manual, right?
This is Dragon Information by Age of Jim. Yeah.
Okay. Let me take a look here. Is that in the Monstrous Manual or?
I don't know. I mean that Council of War book.
What book are you looking at? Because it says on here, Table 10 Dragon Experience levels. In the Council of Worms book, you start off with 7 hit dice. Yeah, you start off with 7 hit dice. So I guess that's age category 4 -6. Age category 4, they have 13 hit dice. If you subtract 6, it becomes 7. I think the default in the Monstrous Manual is age category 4. So you're probably looking in the Monstrous Manual. You're looking at the wrong book.
There's more than one Council of War book.
Nope. There's only, well, there's a Council of Worms box set and there's a Council of Worms book. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. I'll just snap a little Gyauzo picture of it. Actually, I'm going to paste this into your bio because this is kind of important to have. Okay, paste, save changes, show to players, bio and info. So you can see on the virtual tabletop, if you click on your character bio and scroll down, yeah, it says copper, sapphire, and green dragons at level H, which is hatchling. You have 7 hit dice. At level 1, you have 7 hit dice. You have to gain 64,000 XP to get to level 1. I think you get like a proficiency slot, and I think you get your free proficiency at that at that point too. Each dragon race gets a free proficiency. Then they're all different depending on what dragon race you pick. And you can see it goes up by 2 hit dice per level.
But you can't take incredible.
What's the question?
But you can't take a normal proficiency, right? Like I can't get animals.
Yeah, you just use the list that's in this book. You just use the list that's in this book.
Just curious.
Yeah. I think hunting is one of them.
Do you want me to roll from hit points on?
You don't have to roll for the first one. The first one is 8, but then you have to roll for the other 6. So just roll 6d8. So you have d8 hit dice.
So roll six ace-sided dice. So you said.
Yeah, 6d8. Yeah.
One,
2, 4, 2, 6, 3, 5. So go ahead and record those on your character sheet. Where it says it's right below your movement area. It says please record all your hit points rolls. And at level 1, you got 8. The 8 one is for free. And then you got 2, 4, 2, 6, 3, 5. And then you add them all up, and that's what your hit points is. So at level 1, you're going to have 30 hit points. It's pretty good. You're going to have one hell of an armor class, too. You're basically going to be the tank of the group. Shit. Yeah, you can get hunting. It's wisdom -1. Takes 1 slot. Most of the normal proficiencies are on this list, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. Plus, yeah, most of the general proficiencies are on here, and then most of the important ones from the different classes are on here too. Like appraising, that's normally a thief only proficiency, and you can get it for 1 slot, as though you were a thief, just for being a dragon. And then like alertness is on there. That's a general proficiency, but I think it usually takes like 2 slots. But for you, it's only 1. That's pretty awesome. Endurance is on there. I think that's usually just for warriors. Healing and herbalism is on there. That's for priests. I think wizards can have herbalism as well. But those are 2 slots each, like normal. And the checks are slightly different. You get wisdom -2 for healing and intelligence -2 for herbalism. Intimidation is on there. That's, I think, fighter proficiency. Looting is on there. That's like thieves, usually. Set traps is on there. That's for thieves and fighters only, normally. Religion is on there. That's for priests and wizards. Reading and writing is on there. That's for priests and wizards. Survival is on there. That's usually for warriors only. Tracking is on there.
What kind of traps do you set?
Huh?
What kind of traps can you set?
You can set traps that are used for trapping animals, like snares. But I think this one, it might specifically say that you can set man traps. Let me check. Did you read the description?
Huh?
Set traps. Here's the description in here. fuck? Yeah, here's the description. Says you can set traps in your lair.
Yeah, I'm reading there.
Or to prepare trapped areas and ambushes. Yeah, so you basically use it to make man traps.
Pretty important. So you can have your own cave or something as a virgin. Stay at.
Yeah, eventually, your horde is gonna get so big you can't carry it. So,
What happens if I die? Do I lose everything? All the money and stuff I've been collecting?
if you die, you die. I mean, PCs can be brought back to life with the resurrection spell, but you gotta find somebody who's gonna cast resurrection on you or whatever, or find a scroll that has a resurrection spell or something.
I'll just try not to die.
Yep, that's usually a good idea. Not dying.
I think I got all that help.
Oh damn.
What else do we need to take care of?
You gotta do your proficiencies, man.
Oh, I didn't know I started with it.
And you also gotta record your what's it called? Damn.
Armor class?
Your attacks.
Attack.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm not sure what they are. I mean, I do know what they are because you know what a dragon does. Because it has a bite. Claw.
Yeah, you usually have bite and claws. So, and the sheet's already set up for bite and claws, I think. Let me check real quick. Oh no, it's not. You just gotta write in bite and claw yourself. I'll put in your Thaco.
You want me? Should I take away touch attack? What is that?
No, you're gonna need that just in case you want to cast a spell on somebody and it takes a touch.
It's just bite and claw.
Yeah, because all their other attacks are just variations of bite and claw damage anyways. Like, their tail swipe does, I think, bite damage. Oh, you're starting to buzz.
Sorry.
Their tail swipe attack, I think, does bite damage to everyone around them within, like, the length of... It's like a radius equal to the length of their tail or something. Like, they spin in a circle with their tail out. And it does bite damage. And then, like, their wing buffets are just claw attacks. And then when they kick behind them, it's just more claw attacks. And then I think the only special one is when they jump on people. It's called like a plummet or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it's called. It might be plummet, but it does like a D6 for every age category they have or something. So that's something I'd have to just write. But you'd have to get the proficiency for it first, anyways.
Do I need to put in the damages for this?
Yeah, you gotta put in the damages, the damage type.
I don't know how much they dealt.
Huh?
I don't know how much damage they dealt, though.
It's in the book.
In the worm book.
Yep. Yep.
Is it different for each dragon, or is it all the same for those?
Yeah, I think it's different for each dragon. Some use D4s, some D6s.
Is the is how long I am important? Because that's the section I'm at right
Yeah, yeah. You put your body length in height.
Should I just add it all together because it has a separate link for your?
Separate length for what?
It has like tail link and body link separately.
Yeah, you just
Like-
want your body length in the height section.
I should add both of those together,
Nope, just the body length in the height section,
not the tail.
not the tail. Yeah.
Because as a hatch, I mean, actually it doesn't go to a hatchling unless H1 is a hatchling.
Yeah, each one is hatchling.
Somewhere between 4 and 8. Oh, here's the breath weapon then. What?
What?
Oh, never mind. That must be some kind of a modifier.
What?
Because for the armor class right here, this is 0 at level 1. For the
Yeah, AC 0 is it's like 1 AC better than full plate mail.
Oh yeah, I forgot that the lower it is, the better it is. I thought it was like you had to have high AC for it to go.
Dude, what the fuck? There we go.
Do I need to put in the breath weapon while I'm right here? Add it.
No, I do a macro for the breath weapon.
Okay.
It's pretty
What
cool.
about
It takes into
What
account.
about the armor? What about the armor class?
Yeah, you gotta put in your armor class. And your armor class is also adjusted by your dexterity. Actually, I think your dexterity is at the point where there's no adjustments. Let me check.
There's no
Yeah, it's no difference. So, all 3 of your armor classes are gonna be 0. Your AC surprised, and your AC shieldless. And whenever you get attacked, it's gonna show that your rear AC is also 0. Because I wrote an algorithm that it breaks down AC surprised, and AC shieldless, and spits out your rear AC. You're gonna want to put in your HP max as well, is 30, and delete the wavy bracket in your HP there. That wavy bracket will fuck up my macros like you won't even believe.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. And then you gotta figure out your movement speeds and shit. I don't know what kind of movement they have. Sometimes
But-
some
right,
dragons
if
have
it's-
like a jump speed or like a climbing speed, but I don't know if they jump or climb.
Trying to claw and bite them. But
What?
trying to find the damage of my claw, my bite attack.
Oh. It's under the description of the race, usually. Let's see.
I'm at proficiency slots right now.
That would be in the proficiencies chapter. It'll tell you how many slots you get of each
No, I'm saying
of each
I'm-
kind.
That's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Going through there trying. I get to start with 5 proficiencies.
I don't know, I guess. If that's
This
what it
is-
says.
It says initial. I guess. When you,
Is that combat proficiencies or non-combat?
I don't know. Doesn't really say. Just says initial level penalty. So it's that's all the information covered.
So it's a table, so you gotta look up and down. It's kind of like a graph. Directly above or below, it'll tell you what the parameters are for each number. And why the fuck is this not working? Okay, whatever. We don't need to fine tune this anyways. It's pretty much done as is.
Oh. Apparently, I have to buy those attacks with proficiency slots at the
Yeah,
beginning.
you have to buy all of them except for you get claw for free as a hatchling because it says on the table there's like an asterisk or something by claw and you get that for free. And I think it's the only one that says that.
Is it? Yeah, it says claw. Actually, it says claw slash bite. Is that a combo or something?
Yeah, that's a combo you have to buy eventually, and it's not for free.
That's the one with the asterisks. beside
Yeah,
it.
read what the asterisk means at the bottom or whatever.
You have to get all the smaller ones first. What? You have to get a tail slap first.
Some of them have prerequisites. You have to get tail slap before what?
Before you get that claw bite thing.
No, you don't. What?
So that's what the. No, I read the wrong one. I read the double.
Yeah, you read it wrong.
The single one is cannot be taken until the dragon has separate combat proficiencies and claw, and bite. Oh, so you have to get 2 other ones. You have to get the double claw attack, and you have to get bite.
Then claw.
And then you can get that.
Yeah. And bite, if you look, bite is more powerful than both claws put together, usually. And it only takes 1 proficiency slot. And it doesn't have a prerequisite. So usually that is your best bet for melee attacks. Bite. Because it does so much more damage, usually, than your claws. Your claws usually do like D4, D6, or D8, depending on what dragon you are, and then the bites will do like 5d4, 5d6, 5d10 damage. It's usually 5 dice, depending on the size of dragon or whatever. So let's see, for Sapphire. Sapphire dragons. Oh, cool! You get a praising for free when you get to be a hatchling, or level 1. Sorry.
What is that, dude?
Okay, so the Sapphire Dragon special abilities. They can communicate with any intelligent creature. 16% chance at hatchling. 5% increase at each new age. Spells and magical abilities at 7th level plus combat modifier. Immune to all forms of fear. Immune to web, hold, slow, and paralysis spells. Innate abilities. At young age, you get continual light 3 times a day. At juvenile, stone shape 3 times per day. Adult, anti-magic shell once per day. Mature adult, pass wall 6 times per day. Venerable, wall of stone 3 times per day. Great worm, Sunray 3 times per day. Psionic abilities, these begin to manifest at juvenile age, 4th level, and increase from that point on as detailed below. Age category 4, 5, and 6, you get 1, 2, and 2 disciplines. Oh, that sucks. Wow. And you get a maximum of 2 sciences and 4 devotions. Wow, that is really shitty. And a maximum of 2 defense modes. But you get 200 PSPs. That's really fucking good. And then their available powers are for clairsentience. The sciences are clairaudience and clairvoyance. I wonder if that total sciences is like per discipline. And total devotions per discipline. Because that would really... Man. Let's see. So their sciences in clairsentience. Clairsentience is a discipline, by the way. The sciences are clairaudience and clairvoyance. Sciences are basically greater powers, and devotions are lesser powers. The devotions are know direction and radial navigation. Psychokinesis, that's a discipline. The sciences are disintegrate, which is really fucking powerful. Molecular rearrangement, which is really fucking powerful. Telekinesis is kind of shitty, actually. And then the devotions are animate shadow, control light, molecular manipulation, which is... I'm surprised they don't have molecular acceleration on here. Molecular manipulation is okay. And then soften. Soften is pretty cool because you can use it to soften people's armor class, I think. And then there's the psychoportation discipline. And because you're a Sapphire Dragon, you could choose from any science or any devotion in psychoportation. Which means, you know, you can have wormhole, dimensional door. Wormhole is really awesome. It lets you open up a 10-foot wide rift in space from actually it can be it's two directional. So it opens up anywhere within like 75 feet of you or something like that, or 35 feet of you, and it can go out to like as far away as like other planets in the solar system that you're in. And it can be as close as, 10 feet or whatever. So if you just want to like leave the dungeon, you can open up a wormhole and go outside. Or if you want to just go to the moon, at night you can see the moon, you know where it is. You can just be like, I want to go right there on that crater on the moon. And you open up a wormhole and boom, you can go there. Just hope you don't like explode or fucking freeze to death or get eaten up by acid or something, who knows. And then let's see, wizard slots, dragon thacos. Dragon PC kits use a warrior thaco of a level equal to the dragon's hit dice. Yep, we already know that.
Kind of confused
Okay.
about the way base movement.
Alright, sapphire dragons claws cause 1d8 points of damage plus its combat modifier. Its bite causes 3d6 plus 2 damage plus combat modifier.
Base movement looks weird. This is non-FL 30. Then it says CDR6. I'm not sure what all that. I'm assuming the FL 9.
Your movement is 9. Flight movement is 30. Maneuverability class C. And then you can burrow at a speed of 6.
What?
Yep, but you have to buy the proficiency for burrowing. You're a sapphire dragon, right? Yeah, look. I'll take a picture of your, you get the movement rate out of the Monstrous Manual. Copy image. Whoops. At X. So you see where it says movement? It's 9, flight 30, maneuverability class C, burrow 6. So every hatchling can fly. So you get flight for free. I think it's there's a proficiency to be able to fight while you fly though. Let's see, proficiency. Okay. Claw bite. Claw attack. All hatchlings may take this proficiency. Wait, why doesn't it say? Maybe it's in the description. Claw attack. The first attack a dragon learns to use is his claw attack. All dragon characters receive this combat proficiency for free. Right. And then to use your breath weapon, you have to spend one slot on breath weapon for each of the breath weapons that you want to be able to use. Some dragons have two breath weapons. So if you want to use one
So
of them,
that's two proficiency slots.
no, you just spend one proficiency slot on each one you want to be able to use. So if you just
Yeah, like if I want both of them, because
then it's two, but it's one per breath weapon. And then let's see, if you want to be able to use your breath weapon, let's see, Dragonflight. Once a dragon selects Dragonflight proficiency, it can use its wings to propel itself through the sky. Dragons with this proficiency are graceful and competent flyers of maneuverability class C. Hatchlings can select this proficiency. A dragon without this proficiency can't fly. Okay, so you're not automatically proficient with flight. You have to buy Dragonflight. And then there's was it aerial combat?
Well, am I supposed to put the move?
Aerial combat. To engage in battle while flying, dragons must select the aerial combat proficiency. With this proficiency, dragons are able to make all the necessary maneuvers to do more than simply stay aloft. They can slash with claws, deliver devastating bites, and use their breath weapons while flying. Of course, each of these separate combat proficiencies must be slotted to make best use of them. Additional slots can be used to make a dragon even more proficient at aerial combat. So you have to, in order to fight while you're flying, you have to take aerial combat. And aerial combat also makes you more skilled at fighting other dragons as well. But usually one slot is all you need. Usually at level 1 you take Dragonflight, aerial combat, bite, and one breath weapon. I think that's all. You get 4 slots usually. But you're a Sapphire, so you get a 5th one. Yeah. You're a Sapphire, so you get a 5th one. Bite, breast weapon, claw attack, claw, bite, dragonflight, kick, plummet, roll, snatch. What's roll? Roll, when used as a combat technique, allows dragons to roll over and crush those opponents seeking to attack from atop a dragon's back. Oh! When they climb on you. That's not useful at all, probably. A successful attack roll against an opponent's armor class indicates that the dragon has rolled completely over and caused crushing damage to its enemy. Roll damage equals half a dragon's bite damage. So you would roll bite and then /2 to divide by 2. An opponent who has endured a roll must make a saving throw versus paralysis or be dislodged. This attack cannot pin an opponent as the dragon rolls completely over and regains its feet all in the same round. Hatchlings can't select this proficiency. A dragon without this proficiency can roll with the non-proficiency penalty applied. Okay, non-proficiency penalty for you as a Sapphire is -3. So you'd have a -3 to hit. Plummet might, let's see, I'm not even sure hatchlings can take plummet. They probably can't. Plummet proficiency allows a dragon to leap or fly down to land atop an opponent to leap. And plummet, a dragon must be at least 30 feet above its target. To plummet while flying, a dragon must be airborne, which requires the dragon flight proficiency. To plummet, a dragon rolls a separate attack against each creature it plans to land on. It can land on a maximum number of creatures equal to its combat modifier. Plummeting and landing on a creature causes the dragon to crush and pin opponents using its claws and tail. Crushing damage equals the dragon's bite damage. Any creatures that the dragon fails to hit when making the attack rolls are assumed to have moved out of the way. Those hit are crushed and must make successful saving throws versus petrification or remain pinned under the dragon. Those pinned take crushing damage every round the dragon remains atop them. They can attempt to escape by making saving throws versus petrification every round until they succeed. The dragon releases them or they are crushed to death. The dragon's combat modifier is applied as a penalty to all saving throws made against the crush and pin. Oh, that's cool. A dragon can do nothing else during the rounds he plummets or pins opponents. Hatchlings can't select this proficiency, of course. Dragons with this proficiency can make this attack with the non-proficiency penalty, but saving throws against the crush attack are not adjusted by the dragon's combat modifier. All the cool shit you can't do when you're a hatchling. Maybe you can kick. I wonder if you can kick. You could probably stall. Stalling is kind of cool. Let's see. Stall. Stalling, I think, lets you whip up dust and shit and like blind your opponents. Oh no, it says hatchlings can't use this proficiency. Dragons without this proficiency are unable to use this combat technique. Yep, you can't use stall. Let's see, kick. Hatchlings can't select the kick proficiency. So you could probably do claw with 5 slots. You could do aerial combat, bite, breath weapon, dragon flight. Wait, what was it? Aerial combat, bite, breath weapon, dragon flight, and claw, probably. Can you take claw?
Should I put the flying ones in the non-weapon proficiency one?
What?
The flying ones, should I put it in the non-weapon proficiency?
The combat proficiency slots aren't for non-combat proficiencies. You get.
No, I'm saying like on your character sheet, you got one for weapon proficiency.
Yeah, the combat ones go under weapon, and non-combat goes under non-weapon.
Which one is flying?
Flight is combat. Yeah, dragon flight.
Would be under the weapon.
Weapon, yeah. Let's see. Claw. Dragon must have both this and the bite proficiency before it can take claw bite proficiency. So hatchlings can take that. Okay, so I guess the only ones possible for you are aerial combat, bite, breath weapon, dragon flight, and claw. And the claw one is kind of a waste. But you'll be glad you have it later on, because like the very next age category, like when you get to age category 2, you can get claw bite. I'm pretty sure. Because you get... Oh, you get 2 per 3 levels. Okay, never mind. So at 3rd age category, you can get claw bite and another one. Which is still fucking cool. You're as a Sapphire Dragon, you're kind of a combat 1-upper. There's only... Let's see, coppers get 5, brasses get 5, crystals get 5, reds get 5, and whites get 5. Wow. Reds only get 2 non-combat ones, though. Oh, shit, but they get, every fucking level, they get 1, slot. Non-combat slot. Reds.
Hmm.
Reds are OP. They don't do. I think they don't do as much damage as golds though. To be honest, but they start. They're the biggest hatchling though. I think they're the most dangerous hatchling. Like, they might actually do more damage with their bite as a hatchling than golds do. I'll have to check. Reds are fucking vicious. But yeah, you have to have burrowing. A dragon with this, if you want to be able to burrow, a dragon with this proficiency knows how to tunnel through the ground. Only those dragons with the burrow movement rate can select this proficiency, and until they do, they cannot travel in this manner. Hatchlings can take this proficiency. It specifically says you can take burrow. It's a non-combat slot. So with that, you'd be able to burrow if you wanted. Which is really fucking cool.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. I can't remember how to rotate these things. Hey, you there? Hello? Hello? Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some wine and boil some more water. Are you there?
I am now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Mm.
What else do we have to work on?
Okay. We got to do a backstory for you. And it only has to be like a paragraph. But it has to have some links to some kind of content from my handouts for it to really make sense. Okay, so I'm gonna save this token that I made. It's a photograph that I ripped off the internet, and it kind of looks cool. And I'm gonna use it in the game. Let's see. File. Save as. Not a JPEG. It's gonna be a PNG on the desktop. And it's gonna be capital L Lurker. Okay. Yeah, we'll save like that. Oh, I need to make. Wait, okay. View. See, image. Crop to selection. Oh, yeah, okay. Select it first. Derp. Then image. Crop to selection. Okay, that's perfect. Then file. Save as Lurker. PNG. Save. Okay. Throw. Oh, throw this away. Fuck. And throw that away. Not close it quite yet. Okay. Let's see. You have copy. Okay. This is your movement rate. Boom. Movement rate 9. Enter. ACs are good. 8 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5. 242 635. 242 635. Okay. 10 apostrophe for feet. Okay, and then byte 3d6 plus 2. Plus 2 is the byte. Copy. A paste. And then for bytes are piercing and claws are slashing. So under type, that's where you put slashing and piercing. Size, let's see. Your body length is 4 to 10 feet, so that's 2d4 plus 2. So go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2. Two d4 plus 2. Okay, so you're 8 feet long. Which makes you... I think that's a medium creature. Purple worm.
You said bite is
Dungeon
piercing.
Master Guide. Yeah, bite is piercing, and claws are slashing.
You have to write the whole word, or just
Yes.
write P?
Yeah, write the whole word. because it comes out on macros. Like the title of the macro will be piercing attack or slashing attack, etc. No, not the Dungeon Master's Guide. The Monstrous Manual. Monsters. No, the monsters. Yeah. 8 feet is large creature. You're a large creature. Okay. So for size, on all your attacks, put large, and your speed is actually going to be 6 because you're a large creature now.
So I don't need the dampness for small.
What?
I only need the small damage.
Yeah, you do. I'm just saying we're in the size category next to type. You write large.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Do I do that for the touch attack too?
Say again?
Do I do that for the touch attack too?
I can't hear you, dude. Are you talking directly into your mic?
Yeah. Do I do it for the touch attack too?
Yeah. Yep. Also, it looks like you put burrow in your weapon proficiencies. It needs to be a non-weapon, and you need to pick a 5th combat proficiency. I think slash or claw might be the only one you can possibly pick. Pretty sure I checked all the. Maybe wing buff it. Let's see, hatchlings can't take snatch. Can't take wing spur. Can't take tail slap. Hatchlings can't select wing buff it because of the difficulty of learning to use its wing as a weapon. All the cool shit hatchlings can't do. But at least you have an option to choose between bite or claw. Sometimes, like if you're fighting one big guy, you might want to choose bite. And if you're fighting multiple little guys, you might want to take claw. Because you might be able to one-shot them with your claws, you know? Like, for example, if you're fighting a giant, you might want to take bite. And then if you're fighting kobolds, you might want to choose claw, you know, in any given round when you're fighting. Because with a D8 claw attack plus your combat modifier, you're probably going to one-shot those kobolds. Just saying. With each claw attack, you'll be able to kill 2. You know, 1 with each claw. So, that's just a tactical advantage to having both of those. Yeah, burrowing. Burrowing takes 1, and then you still have 2 more non-combat ones to choose from, because I think you get 3. Sapphires get 3, yeah.
3 what? Non-combat?
Yep. Yeah. Usually, alertness is really useful. Observation's useful. Man, a lot of these are useful. Reading and writing is useful. Religion's useful. Spellcraft is pretty useful. I don't understand the difference between Spellcraft Priest and Spellcraft Wizard, though. You have to read those. But I'll be right back. My water is boiling.
Alright.
All right, I'm back. Okay. So now you need a backstory. Burrow observation. Oh, observation. Observation. There we go. Burrow. Strength 0. Sapphire Dragon. Copy image. I'm editing your character sheet right now, so don't edit it.
Okay.
Okay. I have just saved changes. So now we can see your proficiency planned. You have 5 combat slots. You get 2 combat slots per 3 levels. You have a -3 non-proficiency penalty for non-combat slots. Or non-combat proficiencies, that is. And then you get 3 non-combat slots initially, and you... Oh yeah, I forgot. Dragons get extra slots from their intelligence, just like normal PCs. So your intelligence is 18, so you get 7 more slots for a total of 10. 10 slots.
For which one? For which one?
Non-combat.
I don't even think there's that many of them that I can do.
There's a lot. Holy shit! Do you see the list?
But I'm talking about the hatchlings.
You also have to take languages, whatever languages you want to be able to speak.
What's the most popular one that the most amount of people speak?
The common tongue.
It's just called common. That's considered a proficiency, though.
Yep. That's it's languages modern. Hatchlings may select this proficiency. Oh, okay. You can only take the ones that have asterisks by them. So alertness, burrowing, danger sense, direction sense, fishing, hunting, modern languages, navigation, observation, singing, survival, and swimming. But swimming you can only take if you have a swimming... Oh yeah, everybody has a fucking swim speed. What am I thinking of? Your swim speed is half your normal movement rate. And then if you take swimming, you move your normal movement rate in water. Pretty sure. It'll probably say that under the swimming description. It's always nice to have extra movements. That's always pretty good. Especially swimming, I mean... Moving in water is pretty important sometimes. See, swimming. Come on. This proficiency allows a dragon to swim. Those without the proficiency can do more than hold their breath and float. Dragons with a swim movement rate must take this proficiency before they can use this form of travel. Even dragons without the swim rate can take this proficiency, though they are never as comfortable in the water as those who are naturally drawn to it. So that's a role-playing thing. Like, there's no mechanical basis for that whatsoever. Hatchlings can take this proficiency. Swimming is pretty good. Whenever I make an NPC, usually swimming is one of the proficiencies I give them. unless they're a humanoid, because sometimes some of the humanoids can't even learn how to swim at level 1. They can only take the ones that are available to their race. Ow. Oh, that's hot. What? My spoon fell down in the stupid broth. Damn it. My spoon fell down in the stupid broth. Okay. Here's my Shaolin monk mode, where they stick their hands in fire and shit and like burning coals. Here we go. Watch, I'm gonna sound like that guy on that video meme where he's carrying out the big pot of stew for his whole family into the dining room, and he's like, fuck, 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 and then he hits his own head on the chandelier and knocks himself out.
Never seen that.
It's fucking good, dude. You gotta see it. Oh, I did it. Oh, fuck, that hurts. Cause I'm a fucking Shaolin monk. That's why. I'm a beast. I'm a fucking beast. I'm a fucking beast. I stick my hands in coals. What? What? I'm a fucking dragon style kung fu master. What? I stick my hands in red hot shit.
I wouldn't stick my hand in shit. Because I'm not nasty like you.
I'm a fucking Shaolin master.
Ooh, shit. That's a big hit.
Fuck with me. Fuck with me. Did you ever see that video of the like young white guy that studied kung fu and he gets jumped by all these little like gangbangers, and he just busts out his kung fu and like deflects their blows and shit, and then like knocks one of them out in one punch, and he's being jumped by literally like 10 dudes. He's just walking down the street with his girlfriend, and him and his girlfriend get attacked for being white, and he busts out some fucking kung fu shit and makes them all look like fucking retards. That's an awesome fucking video. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I want to show it to you. It's literally a gang of racists that want to beat him up because he's white. Let's see. Guy uses kung fu in street fight. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Hambone 2155. Yep. I fucking love this video. Copy. Okay. This video is the titties. Pretty sure this is the one.
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Oh, I guess the other guy's white. Yeah, he just. God damn it, this guy's awesome. Oh no, the other guy's not white.
Hey, dog, you better get this good on video camera, eh?
This guy throws punch after punch after punch. And this dude just fucking dismantles his attack like it's a fucking sandwich. Knocks him out in one punch. BAM!
Yeah, I've seen them before.
My cousin teaches, well, I guess he used to teach Kung Fu in Seattle, downtown Seattle. Temple Kung Fu. I'm kind of a fan of Kung Fu anyways from when I was a kid. So I used to watch all those fucking, Chinese Kung Fu movies with like Jackie Chan and David Carradine and all those old shits. Okay, some of these are 2 slots. I'll have to check. I'll have to go behind and check which ones. Okay, so you're gonna have to come up with some kind of role-playing reason why you don't speak like the dragon language or the Sapphire Dragon language or whatever. Like, if you were abandoned as a baby, or maybe somebody lost your egg or something, and you just hatched in the middle of nowhere.
What's up?
Because if you don't fucking know how to speak with other Sapphire Dragons, don't you think that's important to how you grew up?
How come I can't though?
You can. It's just, you need to fucking come up with a reason why. Because it just doesn't make any sense. You probably wouldn't have been raised by Sapphire Dragons if you don't speak Draconic or whatever, like the dragon language. I don't use sub-racial languages in my campaign, so each race has one language. Like all the elves speak Elvish. There's no like Grey Elvish or High Elvish or Drow or whatever. It's just Elvish.
Where do I put my backstory at though?
In your bio. Bio and info, right? Oh, you underneath appearance, like in your appearance, you type like what you look like, and then below that is gonna be your backstory. And then in your backstory, here I'm gonna click edit for a minute, so don't edit your thing. I'm gonna give you a couple links to. There's one to the mantle. And one to Zentenzian. Oops. Zien. And one to Castle Rommel, which is where everyone is at. So basically, oh shit, why? There we go. Save changes. Mantle. Oh, maybe it's the mantle? The mantle. Save changes. Yep, there it is. Okay. Let me skip them down a little bit. And then I'll give you access to them. Save changes. Okay. Mantle. Edit. Charles D. Oh, by the way, could you go into your settings tab? It's in the top right corner. And change your avatar name to your character's name. That way we can tell. Just change Charles D to Hexaromus. So we can tell who's online. Save changes. It's in your settings tab in the top right corner. And Castle ROM. Edit. Charles D. Save changes. Okay. So, the mantle is where you're from. Your name's just Grimfang, it's not Hexaromus Grimfang?
Hmm? Something what?
So your name is just Grimfang.
Huh?
Your name's just Grimfang, it's not Hexaromus Grimfang? What's your character's name? Is it Grimfang or no?
No, it's Hexaromus.
Okay.
Remember?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so I gave you access to these. So this is the mantle. Can you see that handout?
Yeah, but what's that mean?
Read it. It says the mantle is generally the part of the planet which exists between the crust and the core. The mantle generally will have elevated levels of radiation, flora and fauna which are adapted to a lightless environment and slightly warmer temperatures than the surface climates. So it's like, you know, about 70 to 80 degrees in the mantle. There's lots of fungus and, like, you know, creatures that don't have eyes because there's no sunlight. Stuff like that. Like, you know, worms and shit. Yeah. The reason why you're from there is because gem dragons tend to be from subterranean areas. So you would have grown up in an area kind of like this here. I'm gonna give you a token real quick so you can see it. Can you hear the music?
Yeah.
Okay. Dragon. Token. No. Token. Dragon. Enter. So, sapphire dragons are kind of a bluish, gemmy kind of dragon. So I'm gonna find you a better token later. But for right now, let's see. Blue. I know there's gotta be a blue dragon in here somewhere. Yeah, but it's not blue. No, it's like a sky blue. They're like a sky blue. Maybe. I'll just give you the old let's see, art library tokens. Dragon. What was he, a crystal dragon? You know, I don't think I have his token in here anymore. I'm gonna look through my library. Let's see. That was a long time ago. I think it'll be in recent uploads though. Yeah, it's gone. I think I deleted it. I'm just gonna use the silver dragon for now and color it blue. This guy's only large. Let's see, advanced, flip vertical, color it blue, like a sky blue. Hexaromus, Grimfang. Delete the Grimfang part. Give you, I think, dragons always have 120 foot infravision. Has sight. Save changes. Okay, so now you should be able to see through the eyes of your dragon.
Yeah.
Alright. So you would have grown up in an environment like this where everything's made of crystals. Like the ground is all crystalline for as far as the eye can see. Like it goes off into just darkness. And there are crystal formations that shoot up into the sky. Not into the sky, but towards the ceiling of the cavern. Like skyscrapers. And these crystals are formed by giant pools of acid dissolving minerals in the stone and then crystallizing those minerals into these different colors and shapes and stuff. And they're most of them are basically worthless, like monetarily worthless. If you tried to, like, you know, crack them open and sell pieces of them, they would just be worthless because they would just shatter and turn to dust or just little fragments. Like unworkable fragments. But that's the kind of environment you would have grown up in. And I guess your race likes to eat,
Giant spiders.
yeah, like giant spiders and shit. Yeah. Giant spiders. And you hate deep dragons, drow, dwarves, mind flayers, and aboleth. Aboleth are these big, psychic fish. Mind flayers are, psychic Cthulhu guys. Deep dwarves. I know it says dwarves, but it means deep dwarves. Deep dwarves are neutral, but you know, because they're neutral, they can be just as bad as they can be good. So they're basically dicks when they have to be. So you probably don't like those guys. Drow? Nobody likes drow, dude. They're shitty little elves. Like, they're assholes. And they enslave everybody, and they get along with mind flayers and aboleth. So, mind flayers and aboleth are like the worst fucking monsters ever. They enslave everything. It doesn't matter. They don't give a fuck. They just enslave people and then sell them. That's all they do. Deep dragons are dicks. I think they're chaotic evil. So, yep, they're chaotic evil. So they're just assholes all around. Yeah. Word. So, yeah, I just come up with a backstory that has something to do with all that stuff. And be sure to mention the mantle and Zentenzian, which is where It's a city of dark elves. Zentenzian is a city of dark elves deep within the mantle. Here, I'll show it to you. You have access to this, by the way. You can click on it in your bio. It is controlled by the Windle family and is constantly patrolled by huge armored spiders. The heiress to the throne, Viconia Windle, and her brother Draz Windle are at large atop the crust. I'll probably have to give you access to the crust as well. Edit. Hexaroma Scrimfang. Save changes. Okay. Perhaps one day their whereabouts will be known. Zentenzian is as old as time. It began way back in the 3rd Eon, when evil elves decided to leave the lands of the sun in all its horrible brightness, to descend into the shadowy blackness of the mantle. The city itself is situated deep within a series of crystal caverns, which formed through osmosis over thousands of years as a lake of acid slowly dried up. The lake of acid itself was formed slowly over millennia as the local mushroom forests slowly dissolved the matter at the cavern bottoms. The Blackstone City is beautifully crafted from obsidian-like crystal formations and ambiently lit by the chemical glow of slow, acidic reactions within naturally occurring crystals throughout its gigantic cavern. And then the crust. Show to players. The crust is essentially the surface of the planet. It exists as an outer layer surrounding the mantle and the core. The crust generally has flora and fauna adapted to natural light, terrains, seasons, climates, cultures, and natural lighting. And then, of course, I'd have to give you access to the core. Edit. Hexaromus Grimfang, save changes, show to players. The core is generally the center of any given world. It is usually rife with volcanic activity and exists underneath the mantle and the crust. The core is usually a very hot place and contains little to no flora, with fauna adapted to either very hot, volcanic, or fiery environments. A world which has volcanic activity tends to have a core. Okay, and then also you're going to need to know about Castle Rommel, which is the current dungeon. And you would know that Castle Rommel is a link between the mantle and the crust. So I'll show this to you. In a bygone eon, when Gronar was still a monarchy, the Lord High Justice was Lord Rommel. Rommel's castle was sieged by an army of dragons and undead. Afterwards, all that was left were some ruins and the relics of Rommel himself. Castle Rommel was once led by the Lord High Justice Rommel. In the 4th Eon, during the Great War, Castle Rommel and all those within it were immolated in the breath of red dragons controlled by the Dragon Lord. The Lords Rommel traditionally swore fealty to the royal family in Gronar during the times of the great monarchies of men. The once great barony lies in ashen ruin on Castle Downs in Panoplia. And you wouldn't know what any of that stuff is, but you do know what Rommel is. Castle Rommel. Sorry. So I'm also going to give you the core and the crust. The core and the crust. Save changes. Boom. Yeah, so just mention those things in your story.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them. I mean, most of them you could mention in one sentence. Especially like the crust, the mantle, and the core. They all have something to do with each other. It's all just geology, right? It's only 5 things. And then, you know, come up with some kind of reason why you don't speak the language of dragons. Like, maybe you were raised by don't know, maybe you were a slave or something. Maybe you were raised by giant lizards. Maybe, fuck, I don't know, maybe you grew up alone in a big cave full of glowing mushrooms. And you kind of stumbled across Castle Rommel.
Castle Rommel. That's where your players are currently at.
Yeah, that's the dungeon they're in right now. And it leads down into the Underdark where you're from. Or not Underdark, but the Mantle, sorry. Oh, that link you gave me, by the way, the dndwiki.com wiki dragon variant race or whatever, that's for 3.5 edition.
But I was thinking about this is going to work well. Put all those things and look it together. Because originally I was going to put for his backstory that he was actually originally some other race, like just say human first, but I'm not sure if I would say it was, but just right now anyway. Like originally, Pixaramus was human, and maybe one of the gods or a powerful spellcaster basically transported his subconscious into this Hatsune dragon, the Sapphire dragon, and now basically he doesn't remember any of that happened. That's what I was going to do.
If you get polymorphed, into something, you can forget you were ever what you were before.
Yeah, polymorph to work too.
Yeah. So you could say you got polymorphed into a dragon hatchling or whatever.
But what would be a good...
That's just gonna make your bio longer though, because you have to describe who you were before. So just gonna complicate things.
Think
It's up
so?
to you though. I mean, it's more writing for you, but you can do whatever you want with your character, man. It's your character. Like, what were you doing in the Underdark or whatever? Or were you just like teleported to the Underdark after you got polymorphed? Were you polymorphed by like a powerful wizard or something? Or by a god? Sounds like something Loki would do, actually, to me. Loki is one of the gods in my pantheon.
Is?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know about Loki?
Yeah, because he's the trickster god.
Yep. Yeah, you could say you got polymorphed and fucked over by Loki or something, if you want. Maybe you were a powerful servant of Odin, and he wanted to fuck with you. Odin's one of the gods in my campaign as well, for humans. I don't use Thor, though. My thunder god is Raiden, the Japanese god. He's way cooler than Thor. But I use I use 3 Norse gods. I use Loki, Odin, and Freya. And then I use Hera. She's like the goddess of marriage. Let's see. Factions, timelines, religion. Okay. I use Gaia. She's the goddess of, you know, nature. Odin's the god of war and wisdom. Hera is the goddess of yeah, marriage.
What were the name of those people that saw the future back then?
Seers. S-E-E-R-S.
He was a seer for
Isis is the goddess of good magic. Raiden is the evil god of thunder and archery. Set is the evil god of the desert and of evil. Ushas is the good goddess of the sun. Loki is Oh, he's chaotic evil. He's the evil god of mischief and strife, suffering. Freya is the good goddess of passion and human fertility. Poseidon is the evil god of the sea. I think he's evil. Let me check. Yeah, he's evil. Hades is the neutral god of death and wealth. He's not evil like the movies make him out to be. But his priesthood is always evil. His priests are evil as fuck. And they're all about greed. What they do is they use both aspects of the god to their advantage, death and wealth. And what they do is they just they resurrect people and they charge an arm and a leg, like a lot of money, to resurrect people. And they will resurrect fucking anybody. It doesn't matter. As long as you have the money, they'll resurrect you. And that's the reason why I chose that god, because you can go straight to his priests. Doesn't matter what your religion is, they don't give a fuck. As long as you have the money, they'll resurrect your friend. But it costs, like, you have to do a quest for them, and I think it's like 25,000 gold coins. And they're evil, and you gotta do a quest for them. So it's kind of rough. Like, you gotta pay through the dick, basically. Okay, Hades. And then the duality of the wheel is a religion that I made up. It's basically they worship technology and magic, and they build magical machines. The priesthood does. And the religion is all about development of technology and magic. So there's a lot of wizards and a lot of scientists that partake of their religion. And then there's Kung Fu Tzu. It's basically Confucius, otherwise known as the Great Teacher. And then there's Lao Tzu. Excuse me. Which is basically Taoism, or the precursor to Buddhism, like ancient Buddhism. And then there's the there's the heathen gods, which are animals. There's the coyote, the raven, and the snake. And they are worshipped mainly by barbarian tribes all over the world. Coyote.
Look what I got so far. I think I'm naming
Click the save button so I can see it. Oh, you did. Okay. Okay, that's under appearance, but that's okay. You're gonna have to describe your appearance later, anyways. Once a servant of Odin, Hexaromus Grimfang, who was a human seer at the time, enraged the trickster god Loki in order to get rid of Hexaromus Grimfang. Loki polymorphed him into a sapphire dragon hatchling and wiped his memory. Okay. And then just mention, you know, the crust, the mantle, and the core. Do you worship Odin? Do you worship Odin? Is he your god?
I guess back then it would have been.
Okay. But not anymore?
Yeah, because now I don't have a memory.
Okay. So maybe he used a curse on you that turned you into a sapphire dragon and wiped your memory.
Is that a polymorph?
Maybe polymorph was part of the curse, like he polymorphed you and then cursed you to lose your memory or whatever until you did a certain thing or whatever. And also, one question, does this mean that someday you want to turn back into a human?
Nope.
Okay.
I kind of need to go sleep though. Can I finish this tomorrow? The background tomorrow?
As long as it's finished before the session, you can play. If, like, when I log in tomorrow, I'm not gonna wake up until like 30 minutes before the session starts. So if you need help, I'm not gonna be there to help you. And if it's not finished, I'm not gonna let you play.
I'm going to be up like 4 or 5 hours before.
Okay.
So,
And then I'm gonna roll some treasure for you, and I'm just gonna put it into the gear section on your character, and it'll just be your, shit that you're carrying around. That's like your hoard or whatever. So don't freak out if it's like, a really powerful sword or something, right? Because it could be. I mean, it's usually a potion though. Most
the
of the
bottom
time.
two, the bottom two seem the easiest. The top three, then I'm gonna have trouble putting.
What, the crust, the mantle, and the core?
Bottom two seem kind of easy.
Zentenzian and Castle Rommel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could just say that, Loki cast you through the crust into the mantle, but not deep enough to go into the core. Like maybe he, polymorphed you into a dragon and, tried to throw you into the center of the earth or something. Or not the earth, but Solonod Hex. That's the name of the planet. He tried to throw you into the center of Solonod Hex, but he didn't throw you hard enough for you to drill. Like, he drilled you through the crust into the mantle, but not quite hard enough to throw you into the core or something. And then you woke up and...
I'm gonna type that just for now, just so it'll be there, so I can use it, go off of it in the morning.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, dude. As long as those...
Say that again, so I can write it down, so I can type it.
Loki polymorphed him into a sapphire dragon hatchling and wiped his memory. After cursing him, Loki cast Hexaromus through the crust into the mantle, aiming for the core, but missing his mark.
Whoop. What was the rest of it?
I don't know, make something up for Zentenzian and Castle Rommel.
That wasn't all of it.
Huh?
That was only for. There was only the core and that one.
That was all three.
So
Through the crust to
oh.
the mantle, missing his mark at the core.
That's smart. Missing his mark.
Yeah.
At the core.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is a secret, right? Because your character doesn't remember this. So, put it somewhere else on the character sheet. Yeah.
Like in the notes
Fuck.
or something?
Yeah, because the other players are supposed to be able to read your bio. Because your bio only contains the stuff that you tell other players. Or whatever. Yeah. Other people have access to your bio. so they can see your character's picture and, you know, just a little bit about your character. Your bio. Okay, now back to loading that token. Right.
I'm gonna go to sleep, so I'm really tired.
Alright, just have it done before the game, because I'm not going to let you play unless it's finished, right? I'm gonna put this token onto the Crossroads map or whatever, where everyone else is, and I'm gonna put it right there.
How many people usually play with you? Seth?
4 or 5. So each person gets a turn on the turn order tracker, and then you gotta wait for the other players to go through their turns. But that's usually no problem.
Because the one I was playing with for earlier, he was all sloppy and random with everything.
Yeah, I don't do sloppy and random. I mean, I do random encounters, but that's
Not
the
like
only
that.
only random thing I do. Like, everyone's turn is in order. It's very, very organized. Like, check this out. This is the turn order tracker. Okay, and I'm gonna take these Hukivas off. Oh fuck. Actually, we're in initiative phase anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna take these Hukivas off. Come on. So you can see, like, every single character has their own turn, right? And some of them have 2. Like Illuvio, you can see he goes on 17.58 and 117.58. That's because he has a bow, and bows let you shoot twice in one round. And it's a multiple attack, so I gotta add 100 to the initiative. So he goes at 17.58, and then everyone else goes, basically. And then he goes at 117.58. Because it takes a couple seconds to draw that second arrow.
Nice.
But, yeah, just, you know, if you go to sleep now, just make sure you got it finished, alright? Otherwise, you're going to have to wait till next weekend.
Not
Alright, have a good one.
Alright.
What? Okay, what am I doing? Follow? Holy fuckles. Why didn't I get XP though? There we go. use stairs, remember? I'm too cool for stairs. Stairs are for fuck knuckles. What? Here, let me use these scrolls here. Bruh. Shit, there's a bunch of scrolls. Alright. You can't hurt me, motherfucker. Let the bodies hit the floor. Owie. Oh, come on. No. One sex. One sex. One sex. One sex. One sex. One sex, please. One sex. One sex. One sex, please. One sex. One sex. Okay, I'm on my way. One sex, please. One sex. Just one sex. One sex. And go. And go. Ready, go. And go. And go. Ready, go. Yay. Where's my drill? One sex. One sex. One sex. Okay. Okay, go. Fuck's my drill. Oh yeah. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh. One sex. 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 And go. Ready, go. And go. And go. Ready, go. And go. I don't think so. What? What? What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm killing shit. Yeah, it's only 780. Whoa. Yeah, it's only 700 EXP. If it was like 3 grand, I'd be like, oh yeah. But no, that's when they give you 780. 0. 0 when you kill them. 780 when you harvest the body. I'm gonna finish his proficiencies real quick. Let's see. Oh man. I think that was strength. I think observations intelligence. Damn it, now I'm gonna have to load that whole thing again. Hell to the yeah. Alright. Glass Forest to Crossroads. And Worm Tunnel A. A. Alright. Shrink that. Pop that down. Pop this down. That's right. Lurker. Boom. Lurker. Boom. Lurker. Boom. Enlarging. Okay, that's way fucking better than these. These are fucking bullshit compared to this. Wow. This thing is fucking sweet. Okay. Okay, so we gotta flip it. Flip it. Bop it. Vertical. Yeah. Way fucking. Holy shit. It's a fucking difference of like night and day. I wanna see how much data that takes up. Properties. 239k is okay. That is not bad. Alright, I'm just going to close this down. Yeah. And we'll stick this in D&D. Whoops. Stick this in D&D. And that too. And that too. Hamlet can go in the fucking garbage. Okay, so we got. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. we got 360 and 3. 360 and 3. $60 infravision, and that's it. Oh yeah, I have a fucking rollable table. That's right. What was it? Lurker? Find Lurker. Open up Lurker. Open this shit up. Close that. Go in. Lurker PNG. Boom! Save changes. Save changes. Delete that. Token that shit. Right click, advanced is drawing. Right click, advanced, flip vertical. Right click, advanced, flip horizontal. Flip that shit upside down. Bitch. 363. 3, enter. 60, enter. 3, enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it was 60 feet information. Yeah. Enter. Has sight. Fuck it. Save that shit. Trapper, motherfucker. Trapper. Show nameplate. Save that shit. Character sheet that shit. Edit. Remove. Yes, delete. You select a token. Fucking slap that shit down. Fuck you. Save that shit. Yes, I am a fucking beast. I'm a fucking manta ray made of stone. Hear me roar. Meow. Delete this crap. Copy this shit. Copy. Paste that shit. Lurker above. What the hell? Open that shit. Copy that shit. Cancel that shit. Paste that shit. Enter that shit. 6 and 50. And we shrink it down to 4x4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delete this shit. Turn it into a lurker above. Save that shit. Okay. Open that shit. Edit that shit. Remove that shit. Yes, that shit. Select that shit. Choose that shit. save that shit. Okay. That's enough. Find lurker. Lurker above, motherfucker. Let's go. Yesterday you fall asleep the whole time he was on live? Yeah, maybe. I mean, not the whole time. And it's not the morning for me. It's 10:30 at night. How you doing, Anaxacore? Let's see, copy image. Paste. Lurker above. Paste. Ecology. Habitat. Combat. Save changes. Okay. They do. Let's see, delete that. The compass? I believe I moved all the tools to the new base. There is a box specifically dedicated to tools. In that little alcove where all the boxes are, it's like one of the top right ones. Top right. That one right there. No, not that one. The other. There you go. Compass, right there. On the left. Okay. The lurker does... Lurkers are slow-moving creatures that must wait for their prey to come into range. Lurkers wait on the ceiling, then drop and wrap themselves around their prey. Lurkers cause a -4 penalty to opponent surprise rolls, and they occur in groups of 1 or 1 to 4. Okay, I gotta figure out what is going on with that. Constriction causes 1d6 points of damage per round and suffocation within 1d4 plus 1 rounds, regardless of the damage suffered by the victim. This damage is automatic each round unless the victim breaks free or the lurker dies. Lurkers do not stop attacking until dead. Prey can only... that means, why give them a fucking morale score if they do not stop attacking until dead? They can only fail morale when they're not attacking, basically. So if they're between targets, then they can fail morale. Why not specifically say that? Prey can only fight with short weapons that were in hand when the lurker attacked. Lurkers are solitary creatures. The females lay eggs in a glutinous clutch near the ceiling. The hatchlings fall to the ground and feed on vermin until they become large enough to fly. Young resemble rectangular patches of moss. Lurkers are opportunistic feeders that make do with whatever wanders by. The lurker flies by means of gases generated into sacs. These gases may be used in the preparation of a potion of levitation. Lurker eggs or hatchlings may be sold as living defenses for those who want them. Whoa. Lurker, trapper, and miner eggs can all be sold for 900 GP. Hatchlings for 1,100 GP. One or 1 to 4. One to 4 in lair? Monstrous manual. Remember, the compass only finds doors.
Yes, but it says right here the Hollow Knights have
The who?
The Hollow Knights have created a portal.
You think the compass is gonna show you where the Hollow Knight's portal is?
Why not?
No,
Well,
because it's a secret.
no,
No, it's a secret.
but I can't find it.
You have to find it by finding it, the old-fashioned way. Yeah.
Let's not out here.
I'm telling you, now that we have unlocked all 48 worlds, the compass is useless. It's out here somewhere. You just gotta find it.
And this hollow ground is one that should be place with all the nature and things.
You gotta find it somewhere. It's there somewhere. Okay. Number appearing. Indicates an average encounter size for a wilderness encounter. The DM should alter this to fit the circumstances as the need arises. This should not be used for dungeon encounters. Note that some solitary creatures are found in small groups. This means they are found in very small family units, or that several may happen to be found together but do not cooperate with one another. Okay, fuck it. I am just making it 1d4 of them appear together because XP. That's why. Magic resistance nil. Okay, so we can delete that. Yes, delete. Special attack? Not so much. Yes, delete. Appearing. D. 4. Such and such appear. Inflict -4, was it? -4. Cause a -4 penalty to opponent surprise rolls. Yes, that's fine right there. Copy that shit. Paste that shit. Bracket. Bracket. Wavy. D4. Okay. 11 morale. Yes. No intelligence. 1 fly 9B. Copy that shit. AC 6, hit dice 10. Neutral alignment. AC 6. Okay. Drop and wrap themselves around their prey. Lurkers cause -4 penalty to opponent's prize rolls. Constriction. 1d6 points of damage per round. And suffocation within 1d4 plus 1 rounds. Constriction. Constriction. in D4 plus 1. D4 plus 1 rounds. Huge. Bludgeoning speed 9. D67. What the fuck? The fuckles. Okay. They just have to be difficult, don't they? You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. No. Must leave. See you next time. Okay, have a good one. Where'd you go? How high? Fucking A. How did you know to look up there? It's like, how many you used? What? 220 blocks to get up there? That's funny. Are you... What happened? Did you get fireball? Or is that your bow? Oh. Your grenades. Okay.
Yeah, once I found this, I was like, oh my god, look at this shit.
Yeah.
Just a little ways up.
Man. What if I do... What if I do... What? What's wrong?
How far up I had to go. I was like, way up there though. It's it. I'm at it.
What?
The one that levels you.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I'm with you. Shit. Alright. In that case, I'm gonna shut down this stream. Okay. Hold on. 1 second.